Go.
Us as forensic investigators, we investigated a collision that occurred in Melbourne, Victoria. Me and my colleagues, Sada Ibrahim and Arush Sharma, would will be talking about how we investigated this collision and what issues that happened and whose fault was it in the collision, in taking into consideration all the physics and the maths. Uh, the following slides, from slide 1 to 3, will be presented by me, Hani. Slide 4 to 6 will be presented by Sada Ibrahim, and from 6 to 7 will be presented by Arush. To start off, I'll be starting off with the hypothesis. We hypothesized that one driver's statement was incorrect. It is evident that either one of the driver's statement is not correct, as it does not correlate with the physics of the collision. It is suspected that the driver of the Audi is not telling the truth. Moving on to the data of the listed cars involved in the collision, used to investigate the case. In this investigation and the collision, there was 2 cars involved. A 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander Aspire and a 2014 Audi A3 Sportback. The Mitsubishi Outlander has a total mass of 2,260 kilos, with a length of approximately 4.7 meters and a width of approximately 1.8 and a height of 1.68 meters. Moving on to the Audi A3 Sportback 2014, has a total mass of 1,840 kilograms, the length of 4.3 meters, the width of 1.8 and the height of 1.4 meters. Taking into consideration everything about the accident, the weather and the temperature was dry conditions and a top of 22 degrees Celsius. The time of the collision that happened was at 3:15 with moderate traffic. The road and the environment was free of any debris and foreign objects. The direction of the cars that were moving was the Mitsubishi was moving east and the Audi was moving perpendicular. The force had on the tires were the 10 kilogram tires with force of a total of 70 newtons. Now, my colleague Sada will be talking about the kinetic energy and force.
Um, the information that was given, that we found that the Mitsubishi had a initial kinetic energy, and when he realizes that a car comes enters in the intersection, he tries to brake, and a sudden brake causes the car to hit to ABS system, anti-braking system, which at the start for 8 centimeter there's the tire sliding on the road, which creates friction, and the work done by the ground on the Audi to trying to stop stop its momentum. The work done on the Mitsubishi is 1,500, like 15,720, 157, 100,000. Okay. Yeah, 157,250 joules, and work done by the ground on during the collision for the with the both cars is 10,300, no, 103,646 joules. Kinetic and static friction during this time, when the Audi hits the when the Mitsubishi hits the Audi, before the Audi starts slipping on the road, it has a static friction, which is with the mass and the gravity of the car, and that friction is calculated to be 3,490. Yep, 34,956 Newton, at the start when the Mitsubishi hits the brake. That is the force of friction that the tire exerts for the Mitsubishi to slow down. And when Mitsubishi hits Audi, all the tires exert to only 8,527 Newton for both cars trying to stop. And now my colleague Arush Sharma is going to present about the momentum and the rest of the slides.
Sure, thanks for that. So as we know, the collision is inelastic and causes both the cars to deform and join without rebounding. Thus, we realize that both the cars move off together in the same direction after the collision. In elastic collision, energy is lost to heat, sound, and light. And so we can tell that, momentum isn't properly conserved throughout the system because energy is lost through that aspects. So energy is still transferred. However, it's translated into kinetic energy, and at that point, it has certain momentum. Now, there is both horizontal and vertical momentum immediately after the collision. The momentum of the cars is equal to the product of its mass and its initial velocity. This relates to the formula shown below to find the momentum in the systems before and after the collisions. So in here, under the P cos 20, that basically determines the angle at which, so if the Audi was coming perpendicular to the Mitsubishi, it has a certain vertical momentum, and then the Mitsubishi has a horizontal momentum, which at the end adds up and creates a balance between those momentums and creates a new direction for both the cars or the masses to come together and go to. So speed limits in Victoria, it's pretty self-explanatory. However, the speed limit of Ballarat Road was 60 kilometers an hour, and any default speed on the roads in built-up areas is 50 kilometers an hour, and it's kind of like similar to everything. Looking at it in conclusion, it can be seen that the Audi driver was in the wrong and was responsible for the car crash. So the Audi driver had a velocity of 43 kilometers an hour approximately, and this opposes the claims of the driver who says that he's stationary in the intersection waiting to make a right turn. After calculating the Mitsubishi's initial speed before the first set of skid marks, it shows that it had a velocity of 16.68 meters per second, or 60.1 kilometers an hour, which is the speed limit of the road, and thus he's not doing anything illegal. This also proves that the Audi driver claims are invalid and his statement to the police is incorrect. Thank you so much for your time. These are our references.